Hey, you guys, this is Mr. Waltz. I'm going to show you how to do number 11 here. Um, in my opinion, number 11 is the next easiest one. And the reason is that it's only two extrudes. And there's a couple different ways you could do it. You could make this kind of wedge shaped thing in the back and then add the L in the front. That would be two extrudes. You can also just make a big wedge thing and cut out a smaller wedge. Either way is fine. I feel like the sketches are easier if I do the big wedge and do the subtractive technique. So that's what I'm going to do. But either way is totally fine. So if you look at this first, you got 3, 6, 8 width. You got height of 6, depth of 5 is this wedge. This thing is 4 on the top and 2 over here. So it's a lot like number 9, right? Just slightly different dimensions. So I'm going to make the whole wedge as if this part hadn't been cut out. All right. So it's 9 by 6 by 5 is the basic size. And then it's got 4 and 2. Okay, so I think I can remember that. So I'm going to go in here. You made a new design here. Create sketch, XY plane. Boom, usual deal. I'm going to draw lines for this. Height, 6 units, 6 star 0.25. Boom, there's a line. You could do a rectangle if you wanted and then draw some more lines, but I'm just going to do it with lines. Over here, another line. This is going to be 9 star 0.25. Enter. And you guys know I don't like the dimensions being up here. I want it to be under, so it's not in the middle of my picture, blocking things. Then I need some more lines. Up here on the top, this one was 4 units, which is 1 inch, 4 star 0.25. Boom. Over here on the right side, you want 2 units. So I'm going to go up 2 star 0.25. So just using the line tool there. And remember, when you use the line tool, you click the line tool to start, click on your first point, move the direction you want, and then you can type in the distance and hit enter. So over here, I got this, I got that laid out. Now I just need my diagonal line, connect the dots, clicky, clicky, and the basic sketch is done. All right. So I'm going to extrude this bad boy. Gonna finish the sketch first, go to my home view, zoom out a little. And if you look at this, you can see the total extrude depth is going to be 5 squares. So extrude, it picks up the whole thing, 5 star 0.25. And then I'm going to hit enter. All right. Boom. So now I got that done. Again, it's almost identical to number 9. I think it's basically just a different distance on top, and it's not extruded as far. Now I got to cut out the wedgie bit. And so you could try to figure out the dimensions of this wedge. It's 2 on the top, it's 4 over here, it's 2, 4, 6 over here. You could figure it out that way. But if you look at it, it has this L shape here. This L shape is what's defining it, what the wedge is. So it's really, you just got to go up 2 from the bottom, and you got to come in 2 from the right. And that's it. Okay. So what I'm going to do is put a sketch here. I'm going to click create sketch. I'm going to click on the front of the body here. Okay. Make sure you don't want to click on your XY or anything like that. Click on the front of the body. All right. So create sketch, click on the front of the body, and boom. Now we're sketching on there. All right. This is pretty cool. All we need to do is draw 2 lines. Okay. I'm going to do this like I did the previous one where I draw it first and then I dimension it later. So I'm just going to go up here and draw a line coming down. All right. I'm going to just go all the way down. All right. Notice it's blue here. It's not fully constrained. Over here, I know this one starts right at that point. You can see it in the picture. You can see that this point here is intersecting with that where it goes, it's angled and then it goes vertical. So I'm going to start right here and just draw over until I hit that. All right. So now I got my 2 lines here. This one's actually done, this black one. You can see it's fully constrained, but the blue one doesn't know how far away from the left edge to be. So I'm going to use a dimension for that. Click dimension. I'm going to click on this line here. You could click on the endpoint. I'm clicking on the whole line, and I'm going to click on this whole line here. Move my mouse up, click again, and then I can type in the number I want, which is 2 squares, 2 star 0.25, enter. There it is. Okay. Now you could just extrude it like this. I'll show you a fancy thing. If you wanted to clean it up, you can see I have the extra line down here. It'll extrude fine this way, but if you click this tool, it's just called trim. You can actually trim that line off, and then everything's nice and neat and tidy. Okay. It's giving me a warning here about constraints, but you know what? The sketch is still black. I'm not worried. Later on, we'll learn a lot about constraints. Green check mark to finish your sketch. Home view. zoom out a little. I got to remember how far to extrude back. So I look at this, you can see it goes back in here. There's 3 squares that it went back in. So I'm just going to hit extrude, dude. You got to tell it where to extrude, which is right here. And then what I'm going to do is grab the arrow. It's coming out right now. I want to go the other way. I'm going to move it back, and I want 3 squares. So you can see here, again, negative numbers when we're going backwards. Notice it switches to cut. So it's cutting out of the thing we have, and we just want minus 3 star 0.25, which is just 0.75, or sorry, minus 0.75. Hit enter. There it is. As always, double check it. Look at the picture in the assignment and make sure that it matches exactly. And then we're going to save it. So click save. I'm going to put number 11. Make sure you're in the right project. Save it. And then remember, go to your data panel, create a link that you can, a public link, copy or type the link into Classroom, and you are good. All right. See you on the next one. Peace.